The Mississippi River, Baton Rouge, Louisiana, a storied venue, and soon the fog will rise off the Big Muddy, and will it also bring a victory for the beloved Bayou Bengals, Tiger Stadium, home of LSU. We've got a sensational matchup for you. Fans have been filing in and getting ready for this game, as we'll see a team from the Pac-12, the Washington Huskies, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. To throw, it's McMillan. Nobody around as he makes the catch. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. They couldn't draw up a better way to start a drive, and now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 41. Gets the back moving. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Briggs. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43.
Well, it's a great job by the quarterback there, understanding you're being blitzed. You know you're not going to be able to hold on to it very long, so find the back. Get it into his hands quickly. Let him go pick up the first.
Caught in the backfield, it's Briggs. There he goes. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
And that's why, for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Unloads quickly. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
This crowd knows when to bring it. Quarterback keeps it. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. Dropping back, it's McMillan. Hauls it in. He'll be brought down at the 12-yard line. Not enough for the first down, and let's see if they try to convert on fourth.
Really nice job by the defense there. You're trying to force the quarterback to throw the football in front of you and allow your guys to square up and make a tackle out in space. You got to force the ball carrier to do something special after the catch. Not able to do it there, so really nice tactic by the defense.
This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on fourth down. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Washington.
So they'll send out the field goal unit. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. And that is no good. And after the miss, guys, the score stays right where it is.
You can't miss opportunities like that. You're playing on the road in a hostile environment. You're trying to seize momentum right out of the gate. You get a nice drive to start the game, and then you miss the field goal. You don't get any points to show for that. If they're going to win this one, guys, they've got to take advantage of those types of opportunities.
Wants to go up top on first down. Finds his man. It's Durham. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. LSU right back to the line.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
To the air, it's Fafita. Throws to the wideout. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
Well, that one goes incomplete, and certainly the quarterback can help his receiver out a little bit by trying to slow him down or make a more accurate throw, but that didn't have a shot at staying in bounds.
High the chains now on second and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Got a man. It's Anderson.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Wants to throw again. Caught in the backfield, it's Durham. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down.
Well, not down in distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. Looking downfield on first down. Trying to get behind the defense. Underneath Tosa coverage, got it deep downfield. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Bow down to Washington. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Love the the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and gang tackled.
The Huskies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking downfield, it's McMillan. That's caught. It's Harris. Strong, firm tackle.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Breaks into the open. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box. More big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And it's such an advantage for this defense to have an outside linebacker like that can rush the passer because they can set the edge. They can get off the ball, and they're just way too fast for tight ends or for offensive tackles to get out and block them.
Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Looking to fire. Makes the catch. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Reads it, fires complete. Oh, he's got some space. He is stopped at the 47-yard line, and that's not nearly enough to move the chains.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Off the play fake. Looking left. Makes a catch. First down and maybe a lot more. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup. Washington has a lot of things working. Set up with another first down. DB's right up on the receivers. Little touch pass to the receiver. Spins away from the defense.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of his spot.
Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. Just going to keep it after the snap. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understanding what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for the whole length of the game.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. To the air, it's Fafita. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he makes the catch at the 25. He was off to the races, and maybe another step or two and he would have scored, but they get him at the 21-yard line. Barely time to catch our breath after that one, and they've got it 1st and 10, threatening just outside the red zone. Here's the handoff. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Motion from the wideout. Quick pass on the jet motion. Oh, it's a fumble. And they are fortunate to avoid the turnover as the fumble goes out of bounds. How about the shot of adrenaline and the increase in the pulse rate when you see that football squirt out like that and then it just rolls harmlessly out of bounds?
Did you see all those defenders?
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. They're throwing for it on 4th down. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see if the offense gets a reprieve. The Tigers have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll send the tight end in motion. To the air, it's Fafita. Setting up the screen. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The screen always seems so easy, Until you find all of that traffic right in front, Jesse.
Yeah, and we see so many screens in college football these days. The ball getting spit out quickly. I think more and more defenses, Reese, today are just expecting it. They're practicing against it all week leading up to games. You can tell this defense well-versed right now in how to stop these types of play.
Looking for the end zone, and he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, LSU!
Well, this offense needed a touchdown. No doubt that was the guy the QB was going to be looking for on that play.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. San Diego State had an impressive showing at home today, and I know the fans are psyched for hoop season, but pay attention to what's happening on the gridiron too, people. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Off the play fake on first down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. He wants to change this route. Looking to throw, it's Fafita. He lets it fly. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. Off to the races. Touchdown, Tigers. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And he's coming out of the end zone. He'll go out of bounds at the 27-yard line. Just couldn't quite shake free. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to buy time. He's going to take off.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Unloads it left. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Now on the option. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Scanning the field, it's Fafita. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. He uncorks a bullet to the right. And he's got it inside the 15-yard line.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half of the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
And the Tigers will have it 1st and 10. The RPO, fire complete to the left. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger!
And this crowd was already jacked up. They were already excited. They were already making a difference in this football game, and the offense continues to pile on and give them something to cheer about. 27-0 here in the first half. This has been all home team.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. First play of the drive wants to throw. Oh, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Well, the defense just did the quarterback a massive favor. That's the nicest thing they've done to him all game. They've already picked him off twice. That should have been number 3.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
On that RPO play, I don't hate the decision by the quarterback not to hand it off and throw it deep down the field. I just don't like the throw. Not an accurate throw. He never got his feet back underneath him after riding the running back and not handing it off. He's got to do a better job with his fundamentals to hit that throw because that play was there to be made.
Finds his tight end. He'll be brought down at the 32-yard line. Good job by the defense to keep him away from that first down marker. It's 4th down. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Washington ready to kick off to start this second half. Coming out with it, it's Berry. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
Got him downfield. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Making side adjustments here. Looking to pass. It's Fafita. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. That's caught. It's Anderson. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44.
A lot of smiles right now in this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Starting to feel a little pressure. He'll try to do it himself. He goes out of bounds after picking up a few at the 35-yard line.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism, and he showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
Back to throw, it's Fafita. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, LSU! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. New Mexico State took care of business today. I think their coach had their attention all week, and the end result was a focused group of Lobos that fired on all cylinders. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Caught behind the line. It's Bray. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
This offense is going to try and stretch the field vertically and horizontally. They did there throwing it to their running back, but the defense, they were in perfect position to make that play for no gain.
Buying some time as he moves left. He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Offense in a split backfield.
Let's go, let's go.
They'll run play action. Buys a little extra time. Fires on the move. Got his man on the right. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, all right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Just feeds the running back. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. From the 42, if they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Wants to throw. It's McMillan. Dumps it to the back. Found a seam. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
got a man. It's Harris. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. And the Huskies pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They'll move the wide receiver. Pulls and fires complete. And that play just looked to be a mess from the snap, and he's run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. The Huskies now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Off play action. Rush is on him. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And here's what I like about this play, man. First thing you do is take away the easy stuff. Make him react, get him outside the pocket, and now you got to catch him. You got to have a plan for a mobile QB when he gets out the pocket. Who's going to pull the trigger, come up, and chase after him? Nice discipline by this defense to get the sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Fires to the wideout. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw, it's Fafita. He fires to the left side. Makes the grab on the big throw. That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. He'll take it himself. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. To the air on 2nd down. Showing the arm strength to the left. He's got it inside the 15. They make the stop, but barely, and they might need to regroup as we have come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Guys, LSU has the lead here. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Let's go. They'll go to the ground. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
3rd and short, I have no problem with RPO because I can run it or I can throw it if I see something opening. Maybe he should have ran that one. You got 2 downs possibly to still try to make it happen, but he definitely didn't throw an accurate ball.
And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. And it's right down the boulevard. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the moon kind.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest of this way, and we looking pretty good.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are...
And the sack all the way back at the 5.
Not one, but 2 sacks on the day, and possibly more to come. Still time left in this football game, and this is a beatdown. You know all passes are coming. This offensive line better do a better job.
They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw, it's McMillan. Forced out of the pocket. They get to him as he throws. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy and you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
Keeps looking downfield. Trying to escape and get it himself. A pickup of 5 marks it at the 36-yard line. Washington right back to the line.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big 3rd down conversion by this offense.
Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Looking for a crease. It's Bray. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Back to pass, it's McMillan. Swings it out to the flat. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space and getting that fast dude on the ground.
And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference. 3 yards, 1st down for the offense after that penalty. Trying to burn this defensive back. Complete in the middle. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
Well, it's good to finally see this offense have a little bit of success because that has not been the case in this game. Nothing has gone their way. They keep shooting themselves in the foot. You know, guys, coaches are always trying to find things to build on, and this is at least something late in this game, scoring that touchdown that hopefully helps build their confidence the next time they take the field.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Off play action on first down. Here's a heat. He's got him. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking for a man. It's Fafita. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Well, this offense really felt coming into today that they were going to have to throw the football. And for the most part, David, this quarterback has been lights out. That time, though, he lets it get away from him a little bit, and that was a critical INT for the defense and their confidence.
They needed something, man. They've given up a lot of yards, and that's the thing about the defense. Just sometimes it can change in one play. They make the interception, they force the turnover, and hopefully, for their sake, maybe get in the quarterback's head just a little bit.
And the Huskies can really attack on this 2nd and short. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. They'll try the run. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Washington wants to go quickly.
Great job by the offense, understanding where the sticks are. And look, they got the first down, and they're like, all right, let's crank this tempo up now. We got first down. Let's go fast.
And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the 4th.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Hey, it's just been frustrating to watch the inconsistency of this guy QB, man. You've got to be able to stay in rhythm in an offense, to stay ahead of schedule. And he's had a moment, and he threw a touchdown pass, but more consistency, more finding the open guys, delivering it to them, and keeping this offense on schedule.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Tight end now in motion. Now the play fake. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs.
He had nowhere to go with the football. You could tell, surveying the field, somebody's got to get open to go make a play. Man, throw it up, run it, do something. You can't take a sack on 4th down. You got to give somebody an opportunity to make a play for him.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Their defense came up with a big stop now to see if they can turn it into points. Got the first down, looking for more. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
He'll return it. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Looking for a man. It's McMillan. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. And he was grinding his way all over the backfield, staying alive, and finally he goes down.
And That play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front. Moving forward, this offense has got to do a better job or else they're going to be in a lot of trouble. You cannot give us up as many sacks as they have in this game and expect to win.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were down into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They've put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete.
And he's got it inside the 20. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. That's the way you get things going. A huge play, and now attacking from just inside the red zone. On the run, it's Durham. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go